Good morning, Heart and Soul. For the few folks that are in the building, and let me just remind you that we are still working towards, and we have a clear intention of opening the sanctuary soon. And even then, it will be in a measured, conscious, intentional way. So I just ask for your understanding and your trust. I just ask that you trust the process in that. But for the few people who are here, are all in service in some way, shape, or form, and supporting us in getting the feedback we need and the input we need so that that can happen. I bring that up, well, for a few reasons, but I also want to say that what they saw that you don't see in the virtual community is that there is a memorial chair in our foyer that is in honor of our beloved brother, member of Heart and Soul, and part of the greeter team, Aaron Clarence Chenault, who passed a few weeks ago, and his memorial service was yesterday, and as has been a part of the Heart and Soul tradition for folks who are in service and active, that we create a memorial chair. And so that chair is on display right now. And so it might be that we would take a photo of it and share it online as well, so that everyone can say a prayer. That's what I would ask, is that when you see it, that you say a prayer for the family, for all of us. We are missing his physical energy and the thought of whatever is next, that we know it will not be his physical form as a part of that. So I'm grateful that he blessed us as he did. And if you came to Sunday services in person, you will remember Aaron Chenault seated, greeting folks with just the most beautiful countenance and presence. And so just giving thanks for all that he contributed and the way that he blessed us all. So this is a part of the adventure in faith. And y'all know that that's what, this is the time, it's in this fourth quarter that we are doing the planning and thinking about what's next for next year. And this is always a time where certainly my ministerial colleagues in other centers are planning their theme for 2022. And I'm kind of thinking, we still on an adventure in faith. I'm not clear. Is this for the rest of our days? When we claimed it initially, we were thinking for the year, and it's kind of gotten good to us, and it has a certain reality, a significance to it, that it reminds us that, at least it does for me. Let me not try to speak for you. For me, it's a touchstone. It reminds me that whatever is going on in my life, the stuff I used to call bad and good, I can blend it all now. It's a part of my adventure in faith. And I get to lean into it to see how I can be, who I be in this. What's for me? What's my calling? What's available for my expansion? Because my sense is that any and all of our adventures are never just for the adrenaline rush of it all. It's that there is a takeaway for us. And our work, my work, is to discern what is the takeaway. So for us, as we begin what I'm guided to put before you today, I want to just tag back, how we do often, to Luke 6, which seems to be what we're rolling with for a while, which is this place in Luke 6:46 where the master teacher simply says, well, in the vernacular, why you act like I'm the one if you're not going to do nothing I say? Why y'all keep showing up, bowing down and, making noise about it, but not changing your behavior? not having it shift your consciousness, the truth of who you are, because I'm going to say that this is some good stuff, and if you're not going to use it, because it is to be engaged, it is to be used. Yes? So I'm inviting you. I didn't come to chastise you, at least not this early in the talk. I'm inviting you to get in the game of shifting our consciousness, the shift from the inside out. Don't worry about shifting it out here. Focus on the shift in consciousness. Because what? That's where the juice is, for sure. So look, Ernest Holmes offers us that when the master, so I'm baking baklava today. So I'm working to layer this thing up a bit, okay? So first we get the master teacher saying that, don't just hang out. Learn something. Apply these teachings, this truth, these divine spiritual principles. And then Ernest Holmes quotes the master teacher, Yeshua, that the world ultimately came to call Jesus, in saying, "No human cometh unto the Father but by me." And then Ernest Holmes translates it, if you will, for us. He says, of course he meant the I am. This I am then means the inner reality of every human's nature. And when we stop to figure it out, and we must, if we're going to read Scripture, it's not just for the reading or the memorizing. It's so that we can be transformed, so that we can apply it. So when we stop to figure it out, how can we come unto God, the living Spirit, the living one, the strong one, except through the avenues of our own consciousness? Yes? Which is the only approach to the divine we could possibly have. How's she going to get there? And that's the rub. It's where we are trying to get there externally, not honoring that the only way is through the inner stroke, the inner awareness, the inner shift. Something, I'm going to challenge you today in this talk, not because I say it, because I may not. It may be something I don't say. It might be something I read or offer to you, and it may be that it's completely omitted, but get something. Get something. At the end of this, choose to have something right now. Affirm, declare, decide, choose that at the end of this, regardless of what I say or don't say, that you're going to be blessed in a discernible way. In a quantifiable way. You see, it's up to you. It doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter what the beloved, the prodigal daughter has come home for a moment. It doesn't matter what Gina sings. And whatever it is, it's going to be magnificent. Why? Because that's how she does it. That's how she does it. We know that. But regardless of the lyrics, regardless of whether you understand what she's singing in every word, regardless of whether you've ever heard her before or hear her every time wherever she is in the world, decide right now that that song is going to bless you. Decide that Tammy's intro, you don't even wait for her for the vocals. Decide that the first note is blessing you. Do you see the power we have? That I'm invoking for you to decide for you that you are going to be blessed no matter what. And then here's the real challenge. I want you to write it down or record it in your smart. See, we're going to be starting to use these smartphones for something smart, for something that works towards transforming our lives. So record it. Don't just have a thought of, I'm going to get something and I think it was this or I think it was that. Say it. At some point in the service, record yourself saying, oh, that was the thing right there. Oh, and here's another thing. And by the end of the service, know and be able to replay for yourself. Either reading your note on it or playing the recording where you declared the benefit of this. Because if you're spending time with us, you ought to have something to account for. And we're doing our best to provide it. So I got to tell you, it ain't on us because we's bringing it. And what you must do is catch it. You must be willing to catch it. And Pam, I know, all that's out. Yeah. So, okay, look at here. Ernest Holmes said, it is another way of saying that the only way we shall ever approach reality is by uncovering what? Not finding, not claiming, but uncovering the divinity already latent. It's already in there. All you have to do is access it, acknowledge that it's there, honor it. It's an inside job, and it's your responsibility. Mine is my responsibility. So it's already latent in our own consciousness, in our own soul, where? At the center of our being. He goes on to say in that same piece, every human is divine. And the Christ way is the way of the unfoldment of his, her, their divinity. Through his, her, their humanity. And the uncovering of our spiritual individuality. So each one according to herself, his self, their self. Yes. It's a Martha and the Vandellas moment. There's no way to run, nowhere to hide. This covers everybody. Everybody is included in this divinity. And the use of the use that each person and each personality makes of it. He goes on to talk about meditation. I'm going to invite you to replay this. You'll get it in the recap. You'll find it on YouTube and on Facebook, because I'm not going to go through the rest of this other than to simply say that when we enter into the silent, peaceful contemplation, that the Spirit of the living God, the living one, the strong one, that is within each and every one of us, all the power, hear me now, all the power there is, all the power there is, all the presence there is, and all of the life there is right where you are. The breath of God, the breath of the divine is breathing you, is breathing each and every one of us, not just now, but always and in all ways. I am being breathed by the breath of God, and the breath of God is breathing me. Look at here. Gina Breedlove wrote a song. Part of the lyric that I love is losing yourself to be more of yourself. That's what the healers say. Yes. That losing that personality, that egoic aspect of yourself, it's still present. It's losing it in the moment, in the divine moment where shift is possible. When you come to the shore at the end of the day to pray. Our beloved Gina Breedlove. Breath, breathe.
We are learning to breathe underwater on this path as a child of the moon. Though the mind wants wants to stay in some yesterday. Your heart and your soul dance in time and in tune with everything. Yes, everything. We are learning to fly without moving through the eyes of the angels with wings. Though the voice in the well cries, there's comfort in hell. Your spirit is one with the wind in the trees and everything. Just everything. Losing yourself to be more yourself. That's what the healers, they say. When you come to the shore at the end of your day to pray. We are learning to dream with eyes open as we vision a world without greed. All of us bleed when some human need goes unanswered. Love is everything. Love is everything. Love is Love is everything, everything, everything. Love is.
Thank you, Gina Breedlove. Thank you. It's so much to take in that lovely, lovely song. The lyric, this notion of your heart and your soul dancing in tune with everything. It's an advanced concept. I don't know if y'all are ready. It's an advanced concept, this notion that the truth of your being is in sync with the universe. You see, some of us are more comfortable believing that the other shoe is going to drop. And we spend so much time invested in trying to see which shoe. and where it's going to drop. And we forget that there is divine order in the universe. And if it does drop, it's not going to drop on us. And if it does drop on us, it's for our good. That there's something in that for us. Your heart and your soul dance in tune in the divine rhythm of everything. Everything. Just breathe. Just breathe. Oh, I love that. I love it. Ernest Holmes offers that. And you've seen this because this is me tagging back again. That God, the God that is within me is truth. This is why my heart and my soul dances in tune with everything. It's because the God that is within me is truth, beauty, harmony, and wholeness. And then we could put plus, plus, plus. Because those are examples of spiritual principles, of universal principles. So it's all of them. It's all of them. You could just continue listing off universal principle because that's what the divine, the living one, the strong one, Allah, Jehovah, whatever by any name is spiritual principle manifest and demonstrated. Every apparent imperfection, I love this because it helps to set us straight. Every apparent imperfection that we think, from which we think we suffer, is the result of ignorance, the absence of a clear awareness of truth. And because ignorance of the law, y'all understand that? That doesn't get you a pass. So our work is to rightly understand and properly use spiritual principle. That's what's ours to do. That's our assignment. So what is that? Let me just say that for 2021 and certainly for 2022, my sense is that our collective work will be to decode that. How is it that we can rightly understand and properly use? That's going to be our assignment. My sense is that that's what I'll be doing on Sunday. And our Imagining Justice on Wednesday, they tend to mirror some of that. We'll find it there. The classes that we offer will be to support us in what? Rightly understanding and properly using spiritual principle, universal principle, because they exist. The disconnect is in our relationship with them, our access, not our access, but our availability, willingness to be and do whatever is required of us so that we can have, well, Ernest Holmes says, produce freedom, which is the absence of any perceived restriction, barrier to our good. We know it's for us. Is there anyone in your life that in a particular area, one of the things that I miss about my mother and that I remember is my mother had a level of confidence that we could have divvied up between us and still had some left. We each could have broken off a piece of it and she'd be like, ooh, this is good. I can use this. And she'd still be left with a bunch. And I would marvel at her sense of herself and her right to take up space wherever she was. Absolutely marvel, because that's not natural for me. It doesn't matter about me. Let me go on with the talk. This is not that. Okay. Okay, no. Let me just hurry up. Let me get to the next little piece. Woo, that was close. Woo. Because look, but I think this next piece that I want to share with you covers it. I don't need to. We can talk about it more globally. Ernest Holmes says, we become so frustrated with our little thoughts and fears and doubts. You see, I didn't need to say my little personal thing because it's more universal in that way. We become so frustrated with our little thoughts and fears and doubts that it makes it impossible for us to let God flow through us with the joy of life. Oh, we're in the way. It's not that the divine isn't blessing us. It's that our stuff. Did you hear what I told you? I was worshiping that aspect of my mother, not realizing that all humans have that. We're not all using it. We're not all engaging it. We're not all displaying it. We're not all living in it. But it is latent within each and every one of us. But you see how I tripped and fell, didn't I? I fell, but I got back up. Because it's in an awareness. See, this is the thing. We are going to slip. We're going to fall and forget the truth of our being. But my prayer is that one of the things you recorded about your takeaway is that you can get back up. No matter how deep the hole you dig, if you dug it, you can get out. Our problem is not with the divine. The divine is the river of life. It's not with the divine pressure that seeks to express itself. Our trouble, our challenge, our everything, our mess is with us. Because the truth is that each of us is an inlet to the divine. This is Ernest Holmes' words. But because we are individuals, look at here, look what we do with our power. We use it to inhibit. Be like, oh, that's too much flow. Ooh, that's too much there. We can block it. We can squeeze it down to a small volume or even stop it. And it's not God, it's us. Oh, I don't know that y'all can hear me this day. I don't know that y'all are ready to just realize in this moment that the divine is offering all that it is. And it's not like it got up this morning offering it and it wasn't there yesterday. If it wasn't there yesterday in your consciousness wasn't there yesterday. And that's all right. We're not going to spend a moment in blame and shame about yesterday because we're going to rise up in today. Today's the moment of realization. If there's something you didn't realize until now, we're giving thanks that you're realizing it right now. And we're going to start the party from right here. Yes? Not from yesterday, day before, last year, a decade ago. None of that. It's in this right now moment. By opening up all of the channels of faith and conviction and hope, that's how we increase the flow. It's the prayer of Jabez. It's not to ask to enlarge my territory, like someone has been withholding it, like waiting on you to, well, you didn't ask for it to be enlarged. That's not how it works. It's by right of consciousness. Your magnetic charge is what is your prayer. Yes. Oh, come on now. Come on now. We shall become whole and happy in the divine flow. It's in our willingness to access it, yes. But doubt, fear, uncertainty, anxiety, and a sense of insecurity, think my mother and me, can so congest our mental life that nothing good can come through. Yeah. Okay, look at here. So there is just I guess it's 2 clicks, Pam, because I just want the flow, because I want to set this up. I don't want us to miss this. Why? Because what I want is for us to understand and then be able to right use, right understanding and right use. So here we go. What you see on the screen now is to symbolize divine flow at some source. This is not the thing itself. This is simply a depiction, just one place. But what I'm hoping it symbolizes for you is that none of us can figure out the source of it. I mean, you could be there in it, but you can't get to where is this water coming from? You know what I'm saying? So that you could turn off the spigot. There's no spigot you can turn off. Now, I know that governments can do not start with me this morning. Do not. Just go with this. All right? Don't start. Don't send me no message. Of course you can send me a message. Just not about the flow of the water. Can I just say that? Y'all, there was a moment, forgive me. But look, this is a let God do it idea. Okay, so here's the divine flow. Now at the point that we have, unless you're out in nature, you know what I mean? And you're just sipping from it somehow, or bathing in it, or whatever you're doing in it. But at the point that you are able to utilize it in your home and in your living, then it's coming through some pipe. Now, can you see that now we're at a limited version of that? We know that's not the source, and you know it, because you could not put that in a pipe. It has to go through there has to be some narrowing, some containing of it. Yes. Okay, so what I want you to know is that in our engagement with the divine, we are containing it. We are containing it in whatever it is we're up to. For your health and wellness prayer, you're still containing it. For your prosperity, you're containing it. It's all in all the time. But just like I said, my mother could share confidence with everybody in here and would still have massive self-esteem and confidence. That's the word I wanted. Likewise, the divine. If we all started praying right now for the same thing, we're not going to use it all up. But look here. What we often do in the way that we affirm our lives, the way that we speak about ourselves, the way we speak about our circumstances, the way we misunderstand the truth of our being is like this. We end up, you probably can't even see the little drop, it's so small. But there really is a little trickle. So we live in the trickle and we mad about it. Mad about the trickle. Because why don't I have? Well, you haven't accepted. You have not yet been the place where the divine flow can be anything more than the trickle. But it's not about source. It's not about source. It's about our willingness. It's about how we be. It's about how we set it up. Is this making sense? I know I'm anthropomorphizing. But, it's just like we want to act just like the water said, nah, she didn't do all her whatever. She didn't do all her housework. She didn't dust everywhere. So we're going to not give her as much water. He didn't pay child support. He's not going to have the full flow. But this is how we act. We act just like that there is some reciprocal, that there is some transactional relationship. We confuse it with the mythology of Santa Claus. If I'm good, it'll be good to me. I think I've come today to say in part, in the eyes, now, of course, the divine don't have no eyes, but, I'm anthropomorphizing, so I'm just going to continue to flow here. In the eyes of the divine, you are good. You're already good, just as you are. Now, sometimes our fear, because we're so twisted in this, our fear is that if we let somebody know that they are already good just as they are, they'll quit doing whatever is required. And that may be true. That may be true for some people. Some people may react like, oh, okay, I was good already. That's enough. But most of us can be trusted with our lives to just live them in righteous understanding and practice. I believe that. I believe that if we trust ourselves, we'll go the full distance. We'll call forth whatever is required of us for this journey. And by this journey, I mean our life's purpose, whatever our life's mission is. But there's some stuff that we typically have to get out of the way. And it's, I think, largely our sense of unworthiness. Because what has to happen is that Ernest Holmes says when the natural joy of life is unblocked, it will flow freely through us, and we shall become whole and happy. But doubt, fear, uncertainty, and anxiety, and a sense of insecurity can conversely congest us. And I love that word used in this context. Congestion. You're stuffed up. You know what it's like to be congested. There's not a one of us who doesn't understand. You're trying to breathe, but you can't quite. You're not in the flow. We just took in Gina's song, Breathe. And we can see that when we're in the flow, and that's what breathing is, it puts us in the flow of divine life, the eternality of life. But when we're congested, we're not breathing in that same way. We don't have access to the fullness of that. This power within you that we're talking about, this innate power, this latent power within you responds definitely to direct conscious thought. That's why we use treatment, spiritual mind treatment, also called affirmative prayer. Not for it, for us. For us, so that we are involved in definite, direct, conscious thought. I'm hoping this is making sense. There's so many reasons to be engaged with heart and soul. There's so many reasons to support heart and soul in your engagement, to tune in, to contribute, to participate. Why? Because it's reciprocal. If you are tuning in, it's not just to see what I'm wearing. What she got on today? No, pay no attention. Pay no attention to that. Do not be fooled. It's instead to record an idea for yourself. Not what I'm saying, but what your inner self is saying. What is there for you? Be more deeply engaged. Ernest Holmes says it responds as a mathematical and mechanical law of cause and effect. It's automatic. It doesn't require you to go in and manipulate it and make it work out, because it's unfolding mechanically and mathematically. No one can hinder your use of this power. He says, since it is an immediate presence at the center of your own being. Now, did you hear the word immediate? That means right now. Right now. That means you're not gonna be at the center of your presence if you stay for the whole service, if you take the class, if you contribute. It's already there. What's required of you is to honor that, to recognize it, to honor it. And here's the thing, no one can reverse your use of it, since nothing can contradict its authority. Don't you love the simplicity of this? This is like setting it, this is the argument. This is the defense argument. Right there at the bench. This is like, and nothing can reverse it too. This is standing in divine knowing and in accordance with law. Yeah. Therefore, you not only have some power at the center of your being, some power at the center of your being. I'm going to straighten that out. Come on, Ernie, you could have done us better right there. You not only have some power at the center of your being, you have access to all power there is at the center of your being. To all the presence that there is, and to the only God there is. What is there to do? You see that some power and that all the power there is love. What did you do? So many of us. You know, I know everybody wasn't churched, which means everybody wasn't, you know, the little ones in the little Easter thing who, all the little ones, you know, God is love, Jesus wept. And that was all they assigned to the little ones. Y'all remember that? But let's not just remember it as the Easter pageant. Let's remember the wisdom in God is love. That we can carry with us. Because it's clear, it's simple, it breaks down the whole thing. God is love. Ricky Byers wrote a song that the last time I was with her, she was refusing to sing it because she'd heard Gina Breedlove sing it. And she said, oh, no, no, Gina's going to sing that song because I wrote it. You know, and it's all good about that. She said, but Gina's going to sing it. So I've asked Gina to sing Trust Love. Because what? God is love. So in all of this, it's trust God. Trust the divine. Trust love. Gina Breedlove, Tammy Hall.
Trust love. Trust love. Trust God. That love is everywhere, and we are here to be the perfect givers of love and receivers of love, and love will have the final word. Trust love. Trust love. Trust God. That love is everywhere, and we are here to be the perfect givers of love and receivers of love, and love will have the final word. No one ever loses when one trusts love. For love is something that will not ever fail. Love is the essence of the Spirit that is known by always giving. Love always sees the truth beyond the experience that we show it. Love judges not, and love reveals. Yes, love reveals. Love is a healer. Love loves to love. Love loves to love, and will keep on being love. And we'll keep on being love. This is its holy way. So trust love and lean on love. Trust God. The love is everywhere, and we are here to be the perfect givers of love and receivers of love, and love will have the final word. No one ever loses when one trusts love. For to love is to live in the holy word of God. Love is the essence of the Spirit that is known by always giving. Love always sees the truth beyond the experience we show it. Love judges not, and love reveals. Love is a healer. Love loves to love. Love loves to love, and will keep on being love. And we'll keep on being love. This is its holy way. So trust love. And lean on love. Trust God. And 'cause we are here to be the perfect givers of love and receivers of love, and love will have the final word. We are here to be the perfect givers of love and receivers of love, and love will have the final word. I said, love will have the final word.
I'm encouraging you to get The Science of Mind, the seminal work by Ernest Holmes, and in the back of the book, before you get to the glossary, there are meditations. And the one I'm drawing from that will be central to my treatment, my closing treatment today, is entitled, I Take the Christ Way to Fulfillment. And so just assume the position, whatever that is for you. Allowing your eyelids to close, maybe sitting up straight if you're lying down or leaning to the side, to just become present and aligned with truth, with love. Trust love. And join me in knowing and recognizing that there is one life. That one life is good and very, very, very good. It's the life of the living one, the strong one. It's the life that is living me, even as I am living the life of the living one, the strong one. This life is living each and every one of us, even as we are living this life. This breath, the breath that Gina sang about in Breathe, we are breathing this breath of the divine, the living one, the strong one, source. And the breath of divine source is breathing us. And so knowing this, recognizing that I am living the life of the divine, and the life of the divine is living me, and I am breathing the breath of the divine, and the breath of the divine is breathing me, I know and I know that I am willing, I declare right now that I am willing to take the Christ way to fulfillment. I declare that spirit within me is God, is the divine, is source. That spirit is perfect. And because spirit is perfect, my knowledge of spirit destroys every doubt, every fear, and it casts out all uncertainty and all unbelief. And it fills me with a knowledge of my own perfection, my own divinity, my own worthiness, my own deservability. The value in my presence simply because I am. I know that there is that within me which is perfect, divine, happy, and whole, and harmonious. There is that within me that has never, ever been afraid, never been limited, and it is this Christ nature within me that I now recognize and speak into manifestation through my being, through my knowing that spirit within me, which is perfect, shall remove every consciousness of disease, shall stimulate activity and recognize perfect circulation of these divine ideas, and establish within me not only the knowledge that divine perfection, which I really am, but shall establish in my physical being a manifestation of that knowledge of reality. Or the realization of that presence, and whatever there might be within me which does not belong is now eliminated, cast out, and destroyed. Divine guidance is, and that perfect intelligence is now governing the activity of my life into the fulfillment of joy, into the fulfillment of love, which I know God is, of unity, of happiness and success, now and at all times, in all places, under all circumstances. I declare I take the Christ way to fulfillment. And as one of my colleagues offered, until further notice, celebrate. Celebrate the divine life, divine living, divine love. Oh, it is an absolute perfect gratitude that I just give thanks. I give thanks for this word. I give thanks for the truth and the power in the truth. I give thanks. And it is in gratitude and divine appreciation for all that has been contributed to this service, from top to bottom and side to side, in and throughout. I am grateful. And I simply let go and I let God, releasing this word into the perfect activity of law. I know that it's done. And so I let it be. Now and forevermore, I seal this by saying, Ashe, Amen. And so it is. Y'all, love matters. Love matters.